Yo, welcome back guys. So what we're going to do today is we're actually going to put on the exhaust. Super excited. I'm actually going to take some sound clips of the exhaust stock. I'm not sure if I'll have time to take sound clips of the exhaust on because it's probably going to be pretty late by the time I'm done. And I don't want to annoy the neighbors. So if anything, we could always do the exhaust sound for the Invidia Q300 after tomorrow or something, or sometime in the morning tomorrow. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started on the car. The first thing we need to do is jack up the car. So I'm going to go ahead and jack it up and show you guys where's the best point to jack it up and what I'm going to be using. Alright, the first thing we gotta do is pretty much use a jack and jack up the car. We're gonna be using the diff because the diff actually has a jack pad that we can lift up the car with. And once the car is up, we'll go ahead and put jack stands on the rears of the car so that way we could get access underneath the car. Other than that, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I'm using a low profile jack because it makes things easier. If you guys don't have a jack already, I definitely recommend getting one if you want to work on your car. It just makes things a lot easier. Alright, let's go ahead and jack up the car. Make sure the car is also in park and the handbrakes are pulled up, or you don't want the car rolling back. Cool. Now that the car is jacked up, you want to go look underneath the car and locate the cat. And what we want to do is use the WD-40 to blast the bolts a little bit and give it a little bit of lubricant. You also want to locate all of the hangers as well, because with WD-40 it will make it easier for it to slide out. And yeah, so if you don't know, the cat is actually right here, right? And then there are going to be hangers around the exhaust. I can't see right now because I'm still on the side of the car, but as you can see, you want to just identify where they are and just blast them up with WD-40 and just get them ready to be taken off. I recommend if you can do this the day before so it makes it easier, but if not, just let it chill for like 5-10 minutes before you actually start loosening up the bolts. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now, and once I WD-40 everything, we'll start working on taking off the cats. The next thing that we need to do is pretty much remove this strap brace right here. This brace that essentially will give us access to pulling out the exhaust, because the exhaust is a one piece, as you can see. So from what it looks like 14 millimeters and 10 millimeters. So I'm wondering if we could just take out this side and kind of move it out of the way so that way we could pull it out, but we'll see. We'll go ahead and loosen them up, and after that we'll start working on the cats down there. Alright, so I was able to take out the stabilization bar, and what it was it's pretty much 4 14 millimeter bolts and 2 10 millimeters, right? Once we remove that, then we're gonna go ahead and work on the cats. I definitely suggest using a breaker bar if it's a little stuck. It just makes things a lot easier for me, and it gives you more range of motion, right? And it breaks out the nut a lot easier. I'm thinking that the same thing's gonna apply for the cat, because the cat's probably will be a little bit more stuck due to, you know, just the heat and everything. So definitely a breaker bar will definitely help us break it apart. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out the breaker bar, take out the cats, and after that we should just be able to take out all of the hangers and get the exhaust in. Alright guys, I was able to take out the 3 bolts for the cats, and it was a 14mm bolts. I definitely recommend, if you don't have power tools, to definitely have a breaker bar, because it was pretty hard for me to just use a regular wrench to take it out. The breaker bar really gave the extra leverage, and it didn't require that much force to break it open. So the final step pretty much is we need to take the exhaust off of the hanger. So there's actually, from what it looks like from my car, it looks like there's 3. So let me go ahead and show you. So we have one hanger. Let's see. Looks like one hanger right here. So there's a hanger right there, up here. And then there's another one on the opposite side, as well as one in the middle somewhere. Let me see. One in the middle holding up the exhaust. I remember the mid pipe. I remember seeing it somewhere. One right here. So what I'm gonna do is just hit it with a little bit of WD-40, and it should slide right off. But make sure you don't take everything off right away, because if you do, the exhaust is gonna fall down. We're gonna want to use our jack to actually hold up the exhaust, so that way we could drop it down slowly. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Alright, cool guys, I finally got the exhaust off. Turns out there was actually 5 hangers, one right here and 2 behind each canisters. This one right here, the back one, was a pain in the ass because of how it's designed. This one hooks down while the top one that's connected to the car hooks up. But I'm just glad that we're able to get it off. Definitely use WD-40 or some sort of lubricant to get them off, because it took a little bit of wiggling around for it to finally fall off. So all we need to do now is remove all of these hangers that's connected to the old exhaust and just transfer it over to the new exhaust. And from there we'll start piecing everything together. We'll start with the cat and then work our way back up. And then after that, what you want to do is make sure that you don't tighten anything down right away, because if you do, the exhaust is not going to be correctly mounted, right? So you want to actually kind of like position the exhaust to the way that you like it and how much is sticking out or sunken in, and then after that, then you go and tighten everything down. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these hangers now and transfer them to the new exhaust, and then we'll put the new exhaust on, and then, you know, we'll be set for the day. Yo, what up guys? So I ended up finishing up the exhaust. I pretty much just retightened everything and put it together. Here's what it looks like. It is on the side a little bit right here. I guess I do have to play with the adjustment a little bit to make sure it's straight, but at least it's on now. But yeah, I think it's just something with the hangers, or it could be, you know, not pushing the pipes close enough together. But other than that, I mean, I'm just happy it's back on. Once you put everything back on, just tighten all the bolts and then connect the strap bar back in, or the strap brace. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day today, but tomorrow in the morning I would definitely do a sound clip for you guys, so that way you guys could hear what it sounds like, because I don't want to wake up my neighbors at this moment.